Germany is building a new main battle tank, a first in more than 40 years. The Kf-51, also known as the Panther, is packed with new technology, including a bigger gun, an already digitalized system, and a bunch of new defense features. The Panther even has the ability to ward off so-called top-of-the-line shells such as the American-made Javelin missiles, which have proven successful in crippling Russian tanks in Ukraine today. Arms manufacturer Rheinmetall, based in Düsseldorf, Germany, introduced the Kf-51 Panther at the Eurosatory Military Exhibition in France in mid-June. The biennial exhibition is a venue for European arms manufacturers to showcase their latest weapons. Rheinmetall unveiled the Panther in composite armor in a digitally created camouflage pattern of gray, black and neon yellow. The name Panther may be familiar to some people. The Panzerkampfwagen V, also known as the Panther, was designed in 1942 against Russian tanks, including the T-34 medium tank. Despite being one of the best tanks in the war at the time, the Panther was very troubled by mechanical issues. This first-generation Panther made its debut in the 1943 Kursk War. The current Panther, the Kf-51 tank, is actually the successor to the Leopard 2, a service with the American M1A2 Abrams tank. The Leopard 2 has been in production since the 1980s and is still used in more than a dozen countries today. It has been repeatedly updated throughout its decades of service, with the most recent version being the Leopard 2A7 used by the German Army. And, like many other systems that have been repeatedly updated, the Leopard eventually got to a point where updating or upgrading made the tank no longer practical. The only way is to design something completely new. The Kf-51 Panther was born. The new Panther tank looks to use the basic hull design of the Leopard 2, although it offers new and heavier weaponry up front and sides. The Panther retains the Leopard 2 style engine compartment but with a more prominent part. Even so, the Panther is reportedly still using the same engine, 1,100 kilowatts, 1,500 horsepower. The Panther's gun housing is larger with sharper angles and much more space above the engine compartment. It was to store the larger and heavier shells and to provide a counterweight to the new 130mm cannon. The Kf-51 was the first tank to be supported by a 130mm gun, exceeding the previous 120mm limit. The Panther's new armament, called the Future Gun System (FGS), is recognized as a response to the new Russian T-14 Armata tank, which was introduced in 2015. Rheinmetall claims the FGS has a 50% more kill range than the 120mm gun. According to Europäische Sicherheit und Technik, the new gun is 130mm L52 to be precise, meaning the barrel length is 52 times its diameter, 6,760 mm or 6.7 meters. The Kf-51 Panther, like the Leopard 2, uses an autoloader for its main weapon. Thus, unlike the four-man M1A2 Abrams, the German Panther had only 3 crew, commander, gunner and driver. There is no crew in charge of loading weapons. Even so, according to Rheinmetall, the Kf-51 has room for a 4th crew but for a 2nd commander or drone pilot. A drone launcher has been built into the tank's gunhouse design. The type of drone is the Hero 120 made in Israel, which can fly for 60 minutes and carry 4.5 kilograms of bombs. The Kf-51 can launch up to 4 reconnaissance quadcopter drones from its cannon housing. Panther includes a number of other new features. Includes an outward-facing digital camera providing 360-degree visibility for the crew without the need to pop their heads out of the tank. They become safer from enemy shooting targets. The second weapon's 7.62mm machine gun can also be operated from inside the tank to target drones and other targets on the ground.
Weapons such as the Swedish NLAW and the American Javelin have proven effective in the current war in Ukraine, destroying the relatively thin roofs of tanks. Most Western-made tanks are equally vulnerable, and the Panther defense system was the first to be created to ward off attacks from these weapons. It is not clear how the defense system works. One of the rumors is to deploy drones to intercept incoming rockets and missiles. What is also interesting about the Kf-51 Panther is that it weighs only 59 tons. Compare with the latest version of the M1A2 Abrams, which is 73.6 tons, and even then with a smaller main gun and without drones.